We started very slow. Our first experience was to be a guest judge on Cupcake Wars, and it raised $784. We now raise that in 12 seconds. It was when I was in school. It's when we came up with the idea for Omaze.
And if I remember correctly, there was a bit of a Magic Johnson moment that was part of the origin story. Will you share that with us?
Yeah, Magic was hosting an auction for the Boys and Girls Club where he was auctioning off the chance to play basketball with him and go to a Lakers game. But it was one of those things that was only available to the high net worth individuals in the room. And we were in the room, but not high net worth individuals. We're like the guys
because the highest bidder was going to win the auction.
Exactly. Yeah. So we were just like the guys who got invited to fill the table, and I'm sure you've been to a lot of these rubber chicken dinners before. And so we watched as the auction went up to 15,000. He was, like I said, was childhood hero, like nothing would rather do than play basketball with Magic, but we couldn't afford to participate. And so when we were driving home that night, we said, that doesn't make any sense. He has fans around the world, not just in that room. So if we make it so anybody can donate $10 for the chance to win, we could raise so much more money, so much more awareness, open up a whole new donor base.
And how did that moment of inspiration driving home from the Boys and Girls Club event lead to starting Omaze?
So I was in business school still at the time, and I basically went to all my professors and said, I'm working on this exclusively. And then we just started hustling and tried to get, celebrities to do that with us. We started very slow. Our first experience was to be a guest judge on Cupcake Wars, and it raised $784. We now raise that in 12 seconds. That took us 6 months to do. Our first real break came with Breaking Bad. We did an experience with Brian and Aaron that really put us on the map. And that's really how it started.
Explain how it works, Matt. Is it a lottery? Is it a raffle? Is it a sweepstakes? Like how exactly does it work?
Yeah. So that depends on the country that it's in terms of the legal framework, but the mechanic is very similar in that a bunch of people are putting in either $10 or £10 for the chance to win something. A percentage of the proceeds goes to a charity. We're for profit, but a percentage goes to a charity, percentage goes to us. And so back in the day when we started, it was celebrities. And like with Breaking Bad, for example, Brian and Aaron offered the chance to ride in a Winnebago with them, put on the hazmat suits, if you know the show, cook blue candy, aka meth, and watch the very last episode of Breaking Bad with them, the rest of the cast. Warren Buffett was randomly there. And that they offered that at auction, and one person bid 40,000, and then they did it with us, and it raised 1.7 million. So you could see the delta.
How does the actual water flow of dollars work? Like, how does a charity benefit? How does Omaze benefit?
Yeah, I think it's probably better to explain how it works today. But now we offer houses, and so every month a person can win a $5 to $8 million house, or $5 to £6 million house. And basically the way it works is we go buy the houses.
Matt is saying pounds because the company he runs, Omaze, now operates mostly in the UK.
We fix them up, we design them. In some cases, we build them, and then we put them up. And a house, let's say a $7 million house, can raise, call it $33 million in sales. A third of that goes to charity and VAT. A third of that goes to the prize and costs. In addition to the house, we cover all the taxes for the winner. We give away cash prizes. We have a bunch of, we cover all their furniture, everything, so we give them 250,000 pounds to move in, all that kind of stuff. And then a third goes to operating expenses, marketing, and our profit.
Are you still doing celebrities, or have you've moved out of celebrity entirely?
We still have celebrities that partner with us to help promote the houses. So David Beckham did one. Prince William was also involved. So they'll do funny content to get the word out, but there's no celebrity experience. Now it's just transition from doing celebrity experiences all the way into just doing houses.
Why did you stop doing that?
The celebrity experiences were great, but there was just limit to the scale. And, we would have something happen, like one day we were supposed to do a huge shoot with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was going to be our big experience for the next month. And then he called us right before the shoot and said, he can't come. And I said, well, what's the deal? Why can't he come? They're like, well, he's getting his hair cut with Sylvester Stallone. And I was like, is that a real thing? And they said, yes, they love to get their hair cut together whenever they're in town. It's been a couple of weeks. So he can't come today. And then we missed our next month. So we didn't control our own destiny. And so the reason we went away from that model was, there's a whole, I had a whole kind of personal health experience that drove that realization. But, in stepping back from the business is when I came back and said, okay, we really should do stuff that we control. But that's how the transition happened.